today we are going to see chapter 2, plant tissue and animal tissue. Well, you know what is cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of living organism. And you might have also studied that cells are of different shapes and size. Now let us see what is tissue. So tissue is nothing but when the group of the cells they start performing one function, that particular group of the cells is known as tissue. But scientifically, let us see the definition of tissue. So, what is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells having similar origin and structure and performing common function is called a tissue. How many types of tissues are there in plants? So we are going to study two types. Number one, meristematic tissue. This meristematic tissue, what does it do? First of all, it is undifferentiated and is actively dividing cells. It is always, remember, living they are. They are present at the growing parts of the plant. Let us see the structure of this meristematic tissue. Generally, they are, if you see, circular, oval or polygonal in shape, or we can say spherical. Inside this cell, do remember, vacuoles are very small or absent and they have very prominent nucleus. As well as these cells have abundant cytoplasm. The cell wall of this particular cell is very thin and is made up of cellulose. These meristematic cells are arranged very tightly. As you can see over here, we can say they are arranged compactly, due to which they do not have any space. So we say they do not have intracellular space. Now what is the function of these meristematic cells? They are generally producing always new cells, help in the growth as well as increase in the length and diameter of the plant. Where are they located? So location are three over here. The red one is they are located at apical parts. Where are apical parts? Like growing tips, as well as from where the new buds comes out, axillary buds, as well as at the tip of the root. Second, they are also present at lateral sides. What are lateral sides? As you can see, they are parallel to the axis, so they help in the diameter as well as length growth of the plant. Third is they are present at intercalary regions. Intercalary regions are at the base of the nodes and the internodes. The second type of the plant tissue is permanent tissue. As the name implies, it is differentiated into different parts of the plant. They do not divide, they stop dividing, so they are called permanent tissue. They may be living or sometimes dead also, and they have very large vacuoles. These permanent tissue are of two types. First, simple tissue and complex tissue. What is simple tissue? Remember, it is made up of only one type of cells. These cells are structurally and functionally similar. In simple tissue, we are going to study three types of simple tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now let us see what is complex tissue. Complex means it is made up of more than one type of cells. These cells are structurally different but perform one function only, or one specific function. So there are two types of complex tissue we are going to study: xylem and phloem. You know what is the function of xylem? It helps in the conduction of water and minerals from root to the stem. And function of phloem is it helps in the translocation of the food from stem to the root. Now let us see simple tissue. Number one, parenchyma. These parenchyma cells are always living. If you see, they are circular, they are oval in shape or polygonal in shape. Now, the cell wall of this parenchyma is always thin, and you know it is made up of cellulose. They have distinct nucleus and have large vacuole. As well as if you see intercellular space is present. So this gap between the two cells or three cells is called intercellular space, which is present. Where are these parenchyma cells located? They are located on the soft parts like stem, leaves, roots, flowers and fruits. What is the function? So generally they store food. They also give temporary support to the plant. Example of the parenchyma cells present in potato, they store food in the form of starch. In the leaves, these parenchyma cells, they have chlorophyll, so they are called chlorenchyma. In aquatic plants, there are some star-like air cavities which are formed by parenchyma cells, so they are called aerenchyma, and due to this, these aquatic plants are able to float. The second simple tissue is collenchyma. These collenchyma cells are generally elongated, oval, spherical or polygonal. This is the collenchyma cells. They have distinct nucleus. They have dense cytoplasm. They have too many chloroplasts, as you can see. The cell wall is thin in them. They are identified by the corners because they have deposition of cellulose or pectin, due to which intercellular space become thick, and that's the reason they do not have intercellular spaces absent in them. Now where are these collenchyma located? They are located just below the epidermis, as you can see. They are also located at the leaf stalk or petiole. This collenchyma is absent in monocot plants. The function of this collenchyma is they give mechanical strength, as well as they also help in photosynthesis and prepare the food. The third type of simple tissue is sclerenchyma. They are also called dead. They become dead at the maturity. Why? Because they do not have protoplasm. If you see structure, they are pointed at both the ends. Their cell wall is thick due to the deposition of lignin. They are fiber-like. If you take transverse section, you will be able to see this structure. There is no intercellular space between them. They have pits. As you can see, the connection between them is called pits. The cells connected to each other, they form a pit where there is no lignin deposition. These sclerenchyma also have some stone cells. They are called sclerids. Where this sclerenchyma is located? Generally in the stems and the roots, as well as in the veins of the leaves, hard covering of the seeds, as well as in the nuts. Function of sclerenchyma is definitely it gives mechanical support as well as rigidity to the plant. Not only that, it also gives flexibility against the strong winds as well as jerks. If you see this sclerenchyma, as they are dead, they are used in manufacture of ropes also, in textile industries also. You might be knowing that jute is also prepared by sclerenchyma and coir also. Now next type is sclerids. What are sclerids? First of all, they are called stone cells. So definitely what they give toughness to the seed coats as well as grittiness to the fruit pulp, etc. Now let us see what is complex tissue. We have seen complex tissue are made up of more than 2 to 3 types of cell. First example is xylem. This xylem is also called wood, and this is made up of 4 types of cells. These are first vessels. So middle one is vessel. What is the shape? They are elongated, tube-like, but they are dead cells. They have lignified walls. The second cells in xylem are tracheids. They are also elongated tubes. They are also dead cells, but have the tapering ends. The third is, if you see the third one, xylem sclerenchyma. So definitely they should be fiber-like. They are also dead cells. Fourth is xylem parenchyma. This parenchyma, as we already know, they are living cells. They have thin cell wall. They help in conduction of water, as well as they also store food here. So if you see a full plant body, then you will be able to see the red color is a xylem, which is from root to the tip of the leaves. And the blue color which is shown is a phloem, which starts from the leaves and ends till the root here. Both the xylem and phloem, which are present together, that is called vascular bundle. So where are xylem and phloem located? They are located inside the vascular bundle. Now let us see the structure of phloem. Phloem is also made up of 4 types of cells. Number 1 is called sieve tubes. These sieve tubes, as you can see here, they are made up of living cells, long tube, end-to-end fusion is there between the cells. Inside, if you see this streaming cytoplasm, cytoplasm is continuous above and below with the sieve pores. These sieve pores are present in the sieve plate. If you see, this is a sieve plate and these are the sieve pores. Second type of cell is called companion cells. They have thin wall, as you can see. They are also elongated. They are also living cells. What is the function? They help in translocation of the food. The third type of the cell in phloem is phloem parenchyma. They have thin wall. They store food, etc. The fourth type is called phloem fiber. So you can see these are the phloem fibers which are binding the whole structure. So definitely what will be the structure of phloem fiber? As they have thick wall, they have dead sclerenchyma cells. They are fiber-like, which is called bast fiber also. It gives mechanical strength to the plant. So this is the location. And location, if it is asked, remember they are present in vascular bundle. Now plants also have some protective tissue. So let us see 2 protective tissue. The first protective tissue is called epidermis. Epi means the outside. So what is this epidermis made up of? They are made up of single layer. They have bacteria and fungi proof they are. They do not allow them to enter. Outside this epidermis, there is one outer coat which is called cuticle. This cuticle is waterproof. There is no intracellular space present in this epidermis. They may be irregularly arranged to fix or cover the plant body. So generally they are parenchymatous cells. Colorless, and cell set is having no color, so they do not give any color there. If you see outside the epidermis, some unicellular hair are seen. Sometimes multicellular hairs are also seen depending upon the plant. In this epidermis, you can see this structure. This is called stomata. So these are generally present in the leaves and the green stems only. And what is the function of stomata? They help in transpiration and also in exchange of gases, that is they give out oxygen and take carbon dioxide. The second protective tissue is called cork. This cork is generally present in the old stem as well as roots only. If you see, it is made up of epidermis single layer which is changed into cork multi-layer and which is waterproof. So if you see the structure of this cork, commercial cork looks like this. This is a cork of an oak tree. This is made up of multi-layer rectangular dead cells. They have very thick wall. Deposition of suberin is present in them, which is waterproof because of suberin. There is no intercellular space. They are tightly arranged and the color is brownish. What is the function of this cork? Definitely it protects from the bacteria. It also prevents loss of water from the trees and the plant. It also acts as an insulation from the heat and the cold. Does not catch fire because of this cork. They have one structure called lenticels. These lenticels are permanent openings or pores through which they can exchange gases just like they do in stomata. Thank you.